Hello, my name is Peter Tanaka and I'm the founder and creative director of Webbit, Whole Baltimore Engineering the Earth team. Our organization is a nonprofit that does STEM and art educational outreach. I am an electrical engineer and I share my passion for building with kids in Baltimore. So I stumbled upon I Am Art Auction House from an artist friend that I have named Michelle, and she told me about starting up an ethical art auction house with Christian values. And when I first heard that, I was like, what? And then immediately after I thought about it, I was kind of sold on that whole idea for three reasons. And the first reason was I believe strongly in Christian social entrepreneurship because I'm also one too. And I believe that the most talented people will follow the money, and the best and brightest go into law, medicine, tech, business, finance, because those are the lucrative career paths. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what about founding a nonprofit? Many artists are swayed from their passion to pursue a more financially stable path. And I believe you can help people while also helping yourself. So starting up a nonprofit or social enterprise is just like starting up any other business. Ethical business is not some self-righteous buzzword, and it's actually been proven to be one of the most effective ways to do business. Socially responsible index funds have been shown to outperform market index funds like the S&P 500. I hope that Webbit and I Am can prove to the world that it is in fact possible to conduct business that puts people ahead of money. Ultimately, money is a tool used by people. Don't let the tool control the person. Put the tool in the person's hand and push past perceived past boundaries. The second reason is that Michelle and Joyce are just awesome people, and they have the heart, talent to make this all happen. I believe in Joyce. There are many haters out there that will tell you you can't, you won't, you suck. But having someone believe in you actually matters more than you think. Your parents believing in you actually had a lot to do with where you are today. And everyone needs something to believe in and someone to believe in them. So the third reason is that I had a friend who worked at Sotheby's as well, who told me about how art auction can be mainly more about money than the art. And Sotheby's actually specializes in wealth transfer, which is why they're also in the real estate business. But let's not just sit around and complain about all these problems with art auction houses, but how about we try and solve the problems that we see? Instead of complaining about the state of art auction houses, let's create one from the ground up. And I'm sure there are many other art auction houses popping up all over the world and many established art auction houses, but there's something special about having your own little baby. Sure, there are millions of other babies out there in the world, but this is our baby. It's something new, it's something bright and hopeful. And I can't wait to see where I Am will go. You guys are at the start of that building process. Your actions are laying the foundation for the people to come in later or after you, and many mistakes will be made on the way. No startup is perfect. In fact, most startups will fail, but I don't believe failure is bad, and there's always a way to bounce back. Keep fighting even when you don't see the results you want. The world should be a meritocracy that rewards goodness. So keep putting forth your best effort. Next, I will talk about my hopes for partnerships between Webbit and I Am Art Auction House. So I am passionate about art. Unfortunately, I lack the technical skills, which is fine because my insufficiency can be carried by others. In lacking technical art skills, it forces me to reach out to other artists such as Michelle or Joyce who have that skill, and we work together. And I'm glad Webbit can be affiliated with so many artists through I Am Art Auction House. And I plan on working with artists to share art with the world. So the motto for Webbit is Webbit is a potpourri of people who are invested in revitalizing the community through innovative social engineering with art as the vehicle for STEM outreach. So you'll notice I said art as the vehicle for STEM outreach. In my experience, not all kids like STEM. To them, it's difficult and boring. But most kids who don't like STEM have some interest in art. And I use art to inspire kids and to believe in themselves from what they create. Both STEM and art are forms of creative expression. And unfortunately, our society has separated science and art as an either or, where you kind of choose one path or the other, or you focus on one at a time. In fact, sometimes STEM can be pushed over art because of STEM's financial stability. But back in the day, science and art were linked closely in the Renaissance period, where artists like Da Vinci and Michelangelo blended science and art in a fresco of creative expression. Another big reason to partner is to expand and network. So your pack, your people, your tribe, you are only as strong as the communities that you are a part of. And it's amazing to see the community Joyce is trying to foster, and I'm happy to be a part of that network. Both professionally and personally, it's good to expand and reach out. In an increasingly virtual, anonymous world, we should seek heart to hearts, persons to persons, art to art. We all have something to contribute. When you are faithful with little, you will be faithful with much. Step by step on the path, deeper and deeper into water, we will go. Jesus is the way, and we should seek to glorify God in all that we do. God is the ultimate creator. We are created in God's image. When we create, we are exercising our God-given, God-inspired, God-loving act.